Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love's Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 9. Don't call it a comeback. I don't know. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. It didn't give as much as I really thought it would, but it's okay. It gave us enough. It gave us just enough. I do like the show. But I don't know if anybody's moving, okay? Let's just keep it real. If you're new here, if you're not, if you enjoy this type of content, check out my other free videos. Don't hesitate to like, share with a friend, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a growing community, and I need your help to make it grow, okay? So let's get into it. So we pick up where we left off. We actually had a to be continued last week with someone other than Ashley. It was with Vernisha. And she's telling Mizell like she don't like to be played with, okay? Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. But she asks him if he's still interested in Sharice. And he actually says that he is. I was surprised. I guess he said, look, I know it ain't going nowhere with Vernisha, so let me try to scoot back on over there with Sharice. He says he is interested in her, and he said that he actually wanted Sharice to be the one to come on a date today because he's still interested, and then had the audacity to be like, yeah, if you could pass the message along to Sharice and let her know. Like, sir, what? Had you been using her number, you could have texted her yourself. But I don't think Sharice going for it at this point. Mizell said in his interview that he is not a player. You know, it's not even like that. He was being friendly. Sir, you was flirting with Vernisha and you asked for her number. Like, try again. Like, even at 55, the nerve of you to be playing these games. Like, when does it end? When do the games stop? At what age do men stop playing games? Never. Got it. So Sharice has a date with Maurice and she's happy. That's exactly who she wanted to see. And you know what I'm happy for at this point. Who would have thought that mute Maurice was the best option for Sharice? She asked if he missed her, and he was like, I thought about you. Sir, that wrong answer. Sharice, like Ashley, every now and then she does like fish for a compliment or two. It's not like to the extent. I don't even think Ashley like really fishes for compliments. She just pours on the compliments. But every now and then, Sharice, I know that Sharice will ask like for a compliment pretty much. I kind of what she said, yeah, like, sir, you trying to come back. So yeah, you need to put in a lot more effort. You was thinking you could get away with bare minimum before. No, you cannot. Okay. He ain't even come with no flowers and that, sir. Anyway. So he does tell her she's beautiful on the inside and out, and she's a businesswoman, this and that. He said they can talk about nothing all day. That seems like that's all y'all talking about is nothing. When are y'all gonna be talking about something of substance? You know, talking about nothing. I just want to talk to you. It's cute and everything, but we got to be talking about something at some point. But girl, just go ahead and get your man back, girl. It's almost the end. So next we got Ashley. She's walking up and she says Kirsten sent her roses and chocolates. I can't even believe that he wants to be back on TV that bad. When she arrives at the restaurant, he again gives her with even more flowers and a card. Girl, don't trust it. Please. I'm like, Ashley, please don't be weak in the knees. Girl, stand up. Okay, please. So, but even in the car, he didn't really compliment her. Like when he finally did say she looked nice, he's like, you got a lot of accessories on. Like, say what? You look very beautiful. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Oh man, your skin tone. You got a lot of accessories on. I like your earrings. Girl, what? Sir, move around. So Ashley asked Kirsten why it took so long to see this side of him. Well, he wasn't interested. Part of the reason why is because he wasn't really all that into you. The other part is because he wants to be back on TV, but you know, he didn't think he was gonna let him go. That's it. That's all. I will say, I think because she was like, it's been a while since somebody, you know, made her feel good and did nice gestures for her. And she deserves someone who does this all the time. Like this should be an often thing. Like she deserves a man. Both of her keepers or her picks or whatever had to get kicked off and get the boot and get let go to come back and try to put a little bit of effort. Like this is like minimal effort. Like chocolates, roses. Men do this on a first date. You don't even know them. Like, I mean, you should have been done this. But anywho, they don't ever appreciate her the first time. It takes for her to be like, okay, you know what? I'm going in another direction, for them to put in like a minimal effort. She needs somebody who will step up and do this all the time. Should not even have to ask, beg, plead. Like, it should just come naturally. She deserves that. And I don't know. The bar is in hell. Like, ladies, I think, especially as Black women, I'm talking to you. We as a whole are like at the bottom always, because we literally accept crumbs and give praise for it. Like, me and my mother was just talking about this recently. I saw somebody post on Facebook how good they felt that somebody held the door open for them at the gas station. And I just, what? Oh my God. Ooh. Maybe I was born in the wrong time. I don't know. So Zadia has a blind date with Richard. And I was like, who's that? But he was from the mixer. He was the first guy she talked to who she did not want the first time. That's why she went, I think, after Vernisha's pick or something like that. But when I say they reached with it, they reached back. They reached, they almost broke their arm reaching back there to get him. He, of course, like every other man on this show, is a principal at an elementary school. He's complimenting her. He's so mesmerized by her looks. See, I will say, well, not Vernisha, she be chilling, but I feel like Ashley and maybe Sharice from time to time, like, take notes. These men just compliment Zadia. They just praise her. She's like, okay, thank you. She don't even say nothing back. She, the only man I think she's complimented back, she never compliments first, but the only man she's complimented back was Cam. Anywho, she is liking it though. She's laughing. Before she was like cut off, like, don't talk to me. I already got my man. Okay. He was saying dates can feel like an interview, and they can. That's why I don't want to do it. I feel so traumatized. I don't know if I'll ever go on a date again. Like, the thought of sitting here talking about, oh, what do you like to do? Where do you work? What you do for fun? I just, it just feels like a chore. I don't know. But he said it doesn't feel like that. It feels natural, like it's flowing. The vibe is vibing. She said that she forgot about Cam in her confessional. Girl, you ain't got a lot to kick it. No, you didn't. You did not forget about that man off this date. No, you did not. You're trying to forget about him, but you didn't forget, in my opinion. Okay. So Donald and Ashley have a date. Every time Ashley like walk up to a date, it's like more dramatic than everybody else. I don't know what it is. It's like everything stops when she like comes through. He's complimenting her lashes and her shirt, and she stopped him like, we passed that, enough of that. And I was like, maybe that's why the men can't compliment her. What? She cut to the chase and was like, do you see me in your future? And I was like, how did they edit this? Because how did we get there? Like, oh, I like your lashes. Do you see me in your future? Like, what? Whoa, okay. Well, since we're here, he said that he wants to continue moving forward. Whatever that means. I mean, I guess. I don't like that. Like, I feel like when a man, I was on J-Dub's live earlier where he was giving relationship advice to the women from a man's point of view. And it was like stuff that we already know but don't want to accept. But I feel like when a man really wants to, ain't gonna be no, maybe in the future, I mean, let's just go with the flow. Let's see, let's be friends. No, it's gonna be a firm, like, yes, you better be in my future. I don't want you going nowhere. Like, I need that type of energy. And I know, I'm gonna just keep doing what we doing. I ain't making no move for that. But she said someone tried to spin the block. Seemed like she was low-key trying to make him jealous. Like, she wanted her men to compete. And he was acting like he didn't care, but he was worried a little bit. So Sharice has a date with Nick and his high top fade again. This week we learned that he's 40. Still don't know what he do for a living, but at least we learned something else about him. I didn't think he was 40. I don't know how old I thought he was. As always, Sharice is lacking conversation, is lackluster, it's a little boring, sleepy time for me. But they playfully flirt. I just think that her mind is on Maurice, who she wanted all along. She should have just kept him for all this. He could have had as many dates as Cam did with Zadia, but see, Maurice didn't appreciate it. He just felt like he just knew there was no competition. He put on his Louis slides and was like, nobody else compares. Now he got to put in a little more work. So And I do want to, whoever he was married to for all them years, I want to hear from her. Like, what did y'all talk about for all those years? Because he don't talk about nothing. So Cameron and Zadia have a date. I wasn't going to say nothing. I know people have been talking about this man's hair. I just want him to wash it. Just one good time. Just like a professional. Like, I need it scrubbed and rubbed and using like scrubbing brushes. Get the lint and like debris and dandruff up out of it. That's all. That's all. I ain't asking for much. That's it. But Zadia mentions going on dates. She's like, oh, Tamika still got me going on these dates. I don't see the point. Like, I'm already where I want to. I ain't Donald Jones. I already know where I want to be. I want to be right here, okay, with my man. Cam was like, oh, man, ugh. In disappointment, like, really? I thought you wanted to date somebody else. Oh, my gosh, I almost got rid of you. I thought I told you last time. So he tells her, like, well, you're in this process. You should keep dating because, like, what else are you going to be doing all day? Like, the point is for you to go on dates. And she was like, well, I think that would leave room for us to go on more dates with each other because I don't want to date anybody else. Did you not hear me the first time? And he immediately no, like affirm, like no, and no. And she was like, what? In this moment, I'm thinking, girl, let him go. Not because he's busy, like he's a working man or anything, but because he seems checked out. Like he's not into it like he should be. You can be busy and still, want to be with somebody. I don't know. Camille may have been right about him. She said Camille, you're normally right. She might have been right this time. But I don't know. I've heard men say when they're like focused on money, they're like really heavily on grind mode. They don't really focus on the romance side of things. And that's fine, but don't go on no dating show. Don't go on a show looking for love. He just want to plug his businesses. Zadia is confused because why are you here? And so am I. Cam said in a year or two, his romance level will go up. In a year or two, please. Zadia is already 38. I'm not waiting until I'm 40 before you decide to start romancing me. Please get up out my face. So Vern and Tabari have a date. He educates her on a restaurant, said it's the oldest one in the city or something like that. They speak on spirituality and their walk with faith. And Vern was like, I don't got to talk about it. The Lord already know how I feel about him. Like, girl, that didn't clear up nothing. So she asked him what his beliefs are. He didn't clear it up because he said his mama Catholic, his daddy Baptist, his grandmom is, I don't know. And then he was like, well, I pray. And I prayed before I got here. Sir, are you a Christian or what do you practice? What are you? Simple question, but I never did hear the answer. So Tabari is asking like what the future looks like for them. I actually like that he's the one asking because thus far, and even on just regular Ready to Love, it's always the women asking the men. Rarely is it the man asking the women. And I hate it. It's like just even in real life, like where the women are constantly chasing these men, like, oh, ick. Anyway, she seems to make him nervous. Like every time she's around him, he seems nervous around her. He's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I can tell, sir. Go ahead, get your sweat rag out and dab your forehead. You're looking a little nervous. I just don't think she's into him. Like she's keeping him around, and for the life of me, I don't know why. I don't think she likes him like that. But I don't know. I don't know what she likes. I just don't think that she like him like that. Even when he was like, take a leap. He said, take a leap of faith. And she rolled her eyes. And I was like, why did she roll her eye? Like, she don't like that man. So the ladies meet with Tamika to discuss their dates. Brian shares that Mizell's still interested in Sharice. Sharice said it's a hard no, honey. Maurice is back. Please, I am not interested. No. Well, thank goodness for that. Zadia says she wouldn't mind a second date with Richard. And everyone's surprised. And I'm like, do you want a second date with Richard because you like Richard? Or do you want a second date with Richard because you're upset with Cam? Because at this point, just be like, you know what? I got to put me first. I choose me down at the bridge, okay? Zadia proceeds to share what transpired on her date with Cam. And she says she don't want to keep somebody that doesn't want to be kept. And don't. What do they say? Never make a man tell you more than once that he don't want you. Don't. Do not. You'll be spending the rest of y'all time, y'all relationship, trying to get him to see your worth and all that. Just let him go. I'm not for like, because I feel like I'm constantly like, let him go, cut him off. It's not that. Like, I would love for people to be, relationships are work. You have to fight for it. Both people have to be putting in the effort. It always feels one-sided. And once it feels one-sided, I feel like you need to cut it off. See, they be loving to bring up stuff like when Michelle Obama said that out of her 30-year marriage, she was miserable for 10. And I said, miserable for 10? Oh my gosh, that sounds awful. But see, what probably kept her there is because they both wanted to be there. Not she wanted to be there and she was hoping he would too. No, they both wanted the relationship and the marriage. But anyway, not to, get on my soapbox. So the gentlemen arrive and it's the keeper's mixer. The tension seemed like it's off between everybody. I don't know what's going on. It's thick up in there. Vern is upset saying Tabari didn't communicate with her. And he was like, I did text you and say I was going to see you today. Like, Vernisha. Don't be leaving out bits and pieces. She said he didn't text her till 6 p.m. and she ain't like that. They're in an early dating stage. I'm glad she's letting him know, but she was like upset, like they've been dating for a while. Then I feel like you should know better. If he went a whole 24 hours, I'd be like, okay. But okay, just let him know, like, I like good morning texts, you can text me throughout the day. It don't take but a second. It really don't take but a second to send a text. So if a man can't even do that, then child, he's not that into you. But he did text her. And he knew he was going to see her today. Zadia spilled a drink. And she was like, I'm going to change clothes and go. While changing, Tamika pulls Cam to the side. And she keep it all the way real. One thing about Tamika, she keep it all the way real, honey. Okay? She be getting these men together. They be trying to pull the okey doke and pull a fast one. Honey, this ain't nephew Tommy. Tamika said, she'd be like, nope, I don't believe you. No, I think you're lying because... And that's what we need. So she tells him that he's either stringing Zadia along or he's in love with her and doesn't know how to process it. I don't think he's in love with her. Maybe he's falling for her. Like, I think he really does like her. But yeah, a little self-sabotage sound about right. And then that just lets me know if you are doing some type of self-sabotage, like you're not mature, like you're not where I need you to be in life, because why are you doing that? So he admits he's afraid of like a long distance commitment. Long distance ain't for the weak, honey. It sure ain't. The premise is for somebody to make a move. I think she's saying like, I want to just focus and hone in on our relationship. And if you gave her that type of confirmation and made her feel comfortable that that's where you want to be, then she might just make the move. I mean, she don't got no kids, nothing to lose, no reason why she can't pack her bags and go. So Tabari apologizes to Vern for his lack of communication, said he'll do better moving forward. She said it's nice to hear from somebody that you want to hear from. Okay. I guess they just had to have an issue child. I don't know. I want to know how old his child is in Mississippi, though. We never did find that out. I want to know. Ashley tells Don that she's considering bringing Kirsten back. And I'm just like, girl, why? The way I rolled my eyes so hard. But she keeps Don. Whew. I don't know. In his confessional, he was a little annoyed with her because he's like, why are you playing these games, bringing up these other guys? Like, it's just unnecessary to do that. Because they filming a show and we need suspense. But I mean, I do see how that can be annoying in real life. Vern keeps Tabari. Good, because him not texting until 6 ain't enough of a reason to let it. And it wasn't like she told him and he was like, oh, well, that's just how I am. I was busy. No, he said, I'm going to do better. I'm going to change it. Oh, now that I know you're going to be hearing from me so much, you're going to be tired of me. Like, I'm going to be calling you and FaceTime you all day long. So, I mean, that lets me know, okay, he wants to put in the effort. He is interested. Zadia comes back in a new ensemble. And though black is my favorite color, I liked the pink dress better. It really complemented her skin tone. Cam said he spoke to Tamika and he realizes that he needs to stop self-sabotaging their relationship and just go with the flow. And he's so focused on the future that he's not even being present in present time. Like, you're worried about what's to come. You need to focus on what's happening right now. You're going to let this possibly good thing pass you by because you're worrying about the future. Then you're going to get to the future and have your money situation right and have a loveless life. But he wants to continue the journey, but Zadia kind of over it. She like all these ups and downs, honey. It's played out. I'm tired of it. Especially when she already told him when he came to the house last week that she don't mind that he works and she's willing to work with him. And it's like, you still dragging it. Never mind. I'm over it. Zadia tells Kim she's second guessing and she made the right decision opening up to him. I don't blame her because he was looking surprised. Like, what? Really? What did you expect for her reaction to be after all that you said? You didn't reassure her until now after you spoke to Tamika, like too little, too late. I would be second guessing as well. But we're left on the cliffhangers to be continued. They so far deep into it. They meeting families next week. She might as well just keep them. And if it don't work, then oh well, girl, you tried. I don't think she liked Richard enough to get rid of Cam. Because in her feelings wouldn't have been hurt and all that when he said what he said. She really does like Cam. But Cam, it's too soon for that red flag is bright. It's bright red. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Do y'all think should Cam stay? Should Cam go? Let me know. Let's talk about it in the comments. Y'all know I talk back. Be sure to subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Bye.